and a warm welcome to Mlc Tv News Hour. I am Fatima Yakub. The headlines: Air Nigeria takes off April 2022, Federal Executive Council. NLC rejects planned petrol price increase. Sweden's first female prime minister resigned less than 12 hours in office. And CAF launches official match ball ahead 2022 African Cup of Nations. Now, the news in details. The Federal Executive Council, FEC, has approved April 2022 as the takeoff date of Air Nigeria, the proposed new national carrier. Minister of Aviation Hadi Sirika announced this to State House correspondents after the Federal Executive Council meeting, presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. According to him, the national carrier will be run by a company in which the government will hold 5% stake, Nigerian entrepreneurs holding 46%, while the remaining 49% will be reserved for yet to be assigned strategic equity partners, including foreign investors. The minister further noted that the national carrier, when operational, will create about 70,000 jobs for Nigerians. Minister of State Petroleum Resources Timi Priscilla on Wednesday undertook an on-the-spot assessment of the oil spill site of Ayeto Eastern Exploration Company in Basambri, Bayelsa State. The minister, who was joined on the inspection by Benga Komolafe, Chief Executive Officer of Nigeria Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, the traditional ruler of Opunembe Kingdom, His Royal Highness Biobelemoye Josiah, Israel Ade, member of House of Representatives representing Bras and Nembe constituency, said, "Mr. President is very concerned about the spill. That is why he sent them to come and have an on-the-spot assessment of the situation. He feels the pains of the people and wants urgent steps taken to address the problem." The minister disclosed that the relevant agencies have already been deployed in the area to tackle the oil spill, adding that they will need to bring in support to help them clean up the spill. Addressing Basambe community after inspecting the spill site, Silva expressed the president's regrets over the spill and noted that President Buhari will ensure that the situation is immediately remediated. Addressing community, Komolafe said they were in Basambe on the instructions of the president to see things for themselves. He noted that as regulators in upstream sector of the economy, the Commission will ensure that the operators operate within acceptable international standards that will impact positively on the lives of the people in the oil-producing community. Lagos State has earmarked huge capital expenditure in the 2022 fiscal year to service key growth areas in order to consolidate the recovery of the state's economy and positively transform residents' livelihoods in the proposed 1.388 trillion naira budget for year 2022 presented to the House of Assembly to deliver vital infrastructure projects in key sectors to energize and expand the growth of the state's economy. The key areas of growth identified by the governor include works and infrastructure, waterfront infrastructure development, agriculture, transportation, energy and mineral resources, tourism, entertainment and creative industry, commerce and industry, wealth creation and employment. The financial proposal, christened Budget of Consolidation, will be the last full-year fiscal plan of the state before the next general election. Sanwo-Olu said the coming year presented an opportunity for the state government to consolidate on the progress recorded by his administration, while leveraging investment inflow partnership and business-friendly policies to maximally translate his achievements into noticeable positive impact in the lives of residents. About 823.4 billion naira, representing 59% of the 2022 budget, is earmarked for capital expenditure. Recurrent expenditure, representing 41%, is 565 billion naira, which includes personnel cost, overhead and debt services. Kwara State Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak said his administration is committed to deepening the revenue base of the state through business-friendly policies and support for small-medium enterprises. The governor spoke at the inauguration ceremony of Kwara State Association of Marketers, held at the State Banquet Hall in Ilorin. Abdulrazak, who was represented by Deputy Governor Kayode Alabi, said the government is leaving no stone unturned to diversify economy and quicken the recovery from the COVID-19 imposed hardship. He enjoined participants to continue to uphold the government's move to make Kwara the #1 investment destination in Nigeria. The event was well attended by various dignitaries, government officials, traders, and artisans, including the Commissioner for Enterprise, Arinola Lawal, Special Advisor to the Governor on Strategy, Saadu Salahuddin, Special Advisor Political, Latif Alakawa, Special Assistant on Religion, Ibrahim Damegoro, and Special Assistant on Women Empowerment, Bolanle Ismail. Governor Babagana Zulum is in the Southern Borno Senatorial Zone to commission 22 government projects, mostly schools and healthcare centers in towns and villages. Zulum arrived at Burial headquarters of Bayo local government area Tuesday evening and passed the night there. The governor's spokesman, Issa Gusau, said Zulum will kickstart the commissioning of 22 out of the many projects executed by the administration across southern Borno. Gusau explained that the 22 projects include 13 newly established and rehabilitated secondary and primary schools, 6 primary healthcare centers, and 3 municipal buildings, comprising 2 police stations and a government lodge, as well as a shopping complex. Issa Gusau explained that some of the schools to be commissioned by Zulum include a newly established mega-sized government day technical secondary school with 30 classrooms, another government day secondary school with 20 classrooms, a community secondary school with 20 classrooms, and a primary school with 20 classrooms, amongst others. The Association of Local Governments of Nigeria, Kogi State Chapter, through its chairman, Taufik Issa, has dissociated himself and the state from the inauguration ceremony of National Anti-Multiple Taxation Scheme organized by former Argon President Kolade Alabi. The Kogi State Argon chairman, in a statement released to journalists, Taufik said the Kolade Alabi-led National Executive Council doesn't have any legal right to convene a program comprising the 774 local government chairmen in Nigeria, aside the court injunction restraining him not to parade himself as the Argon president. He is from Bariga Local Development Council in Lagos, which is not one of the local government recognized by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He advises the consultant handling the Anti-Multiple Taxation Scheme, ATD Global Security Services, not to step into Kogi State as they are not engaged by legal National Executive Council members, but should engage the Interim Management Committee members, duly recognized by the competent court of law. The Kogi State Argon chairman and former elected national legal advisor pleads with President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, Nigeria Governors Forum, Honorable Ministers, Federal Ministry of Special Duties and Governmental Affairs, Commandant General, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Inspector General of Police, Comptroller General, Nigeria Customs Service, Chairman, Federal Inland Revenue Service, Corps Marshal and Chief Executive, Federal Road Safety Corps and Director General, State Security Service, not to support illegality, as they are aware Kolade Alabi-led NEC is out to rubbish the rule of law of our nation. The Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, has called on federal government to consider options to help country embrace developmental governance and accountable leadership, while rejecting the planned petroleum price increase. NLC President Ayuba Waba made a call in a statement he issued to newsmen in Abuja entitled, "Nigeria Workers Refuse to Take the Bait." According to him, the Group Managing Director, Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, Mlc, announced that petrol could cost as much as 340 naira from February 2022. He said the total amount involved, what he called CARE initiative, was far more than the money government claimed to spend currently on fuel subsidy. Waba noted that the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, re-echoed same at the launch of the World Bank's Nigeria Development Update, NDU. He added that the minister announced government's plan to disburse 5,000 naira to 40 million poorest Nigerians each as transport grant to cushion the effect of the planned removal of the fuel subsidy. The NLC president said that any attempt to compare the price of petrol in Nigeria to other countries would be set on faulty premise, as it would be akin to comparing apples and mangoes. Waba said the contemplation by the government to increase the price of petrol by more than 200% was a perfect recipe for an aggravated pile of hyperinflation and astronomical increase in the price of goods and services. An operative of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ijoma Matilda narrated to a federal high court in Abuja how a whooping sum of 2 billion naira was allegedly siphoned from the Federal Inland Revenue Service under the guise of duty toll allowance. The operative made the revelation while testifying for EFCC in the trial of Emanuela Eteta, Ita, head of Stakeholders Unit of the FIRS and Sure Start Schools Limited before Justice Folashade Giwa Ogunbanjo. She told the court that sometimes in November 2015, EFCC received an intelligence report alleging that the former coordinating director of the FIRC, Peter Hena, conspired with the first defendants using staff of the unit to siphon money from the FIRS through duty toll allowances, DTA, to the tune of over 2 billion naira. Led in evidence by EFCC lawyer Ekele Henacho, Matilda, who is the fourth witness in the trial, explained in detail how the anti-graft agency waded into the matter and found a mouth-boggling alleged fraud. Justice Ogunbanjo has, however, adjourned further hearing to November 26, 2021. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has arraigned the deputy bursar at Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, Ilyasu Abdurrauf Bello, before Justice Darius Kobo of Kaduna High Court on a one-count charge bordering on receipt of gratification worth over 6 million naira. According to the EFCC, Ilyasu, who is also acting chairman of the university's chapter of the Senior Staff Association of Nigeria Universities, SANU, allegedly took advantage of his office to siphon part of the funds in the association's welfare account. Investigation revealed that there were several unauthorized withdrawals which were done without the knowledge of other members of the association. He, however, pleaded not guilty, and the prosecution counsel, J. Musa, asked the court to fix a date for the commencement of trial, while the defense counsel, J.H. Desep, asked the court to grant bail to his client, Justice Darius Kobo, granted bail to the defendant in the sum of 2 million naira, with one reliable surety who must be resident in Zaria and own a landed property with certificate of occupancy. The judge also ordered that the surety must be verified by the court registrar and the prosecuting agency. You're still watching MLC TV News. More stories to come after the break.
Mlc TV Online is here. For your timely and reliable news that reaches you fast with the breaking news, choose MLC TV. Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV with entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Welcome back. The Kwara State Police Command has recovered the dead body of one Onijala Adeboja, aged 56, who was kidnapped on the 19th of November 2021 at Ola Town in Eastern Local Government Area of the state. This was contained in a statement signed by SP Okasami Ajayi, Police Public Relations Officer, Kwara State Police Command in Ilorin. The police spokesperson said the effort is still ongoing to arrest the culprits, as they believe some of the criminals must have suffered some gunshot injuries in the course of exchange of gunfire with their men. According to him, the Commissioner of Police, Kwara State Command, once again commiserate with the family of the deceased. The police boss further assured the people of Kwara State that the command will not relent in her effort to see that criminality of any nature and shape are brought down to a minimal level before, during, and after the U-turn period in the state. Zamfara State Police Command has rescued 24 kidnapped persons in Shinkafi and Safi local government areas. Commissioner of Police Ayuba Elkana, who broke the news to reporters while parading the freed persons, said they were rescued with the help of the state government and police tactical operatives deployed to different locations of the state. CP Elkana also said 4 of the former abductees were students of Government Day Secondary School, Benin Yaro, Shinkafi, who were writing the WAEC examinations, 1 student of Federal Polytechnic, Kaura, Namoda, and 8 others. According to the police commissioner, the victims were freed unconditionally after spending 60 days in the den of the abductors. Similarly, CPL Kana disclosed that the police tactical operatives deployed along the Safe-Funtua road have successfully rescued 11 passengers who were abducted by bandits while traveling at night. He advised the public against traveling at night, adding that the nighttime restriction on movement of passengers into the state was still in force. The Katsina State House of Assembly has called on both federal and state governments to declare bandits terrorists. The declaration of the bandits as terrorists, according to the Assembly members, will give the military, the police, and other security agencies the power to deal with them accordingly. The call was based on a report by 8 Security Committee on the incessant attacks on the people by the bandits, which was adopted after many deliberations. The chairman of the committee and member representing Dotsima constituency, Mohammed Abubakar, said the call was part of its recommendations after the committee investigated the activities of the bandits. The police in Taraba has assured justice for the family of late Oliver Ezra, killed by Sergeant Haruna Idi of Mopo 40 at the checkpoint at Pantinapu, Jalingo. Oliver, the driver to the Lao local government chairman, Reverend Daniel Zadin, was shot last Friday and died in the early hours of Tuesday at the Federal Medical Center, Jalingo. Addressing journalists at the police headquarters in Jalingo, Taraba, the Commissioner of Police, CP Abimbola Sokoya, assured that justice will be served in the matter. According to him, investigation into the incident has since commenced, and sergeants involved in the incident will be charged to court if found culpable. The former governor of Kwara State, Dr. Bukola Saraki, wants to contest for presidency in 2023. Saraki, during a recent visit to Governor Samuel Ortom of Benue State, declared his intentions to run for presidency in 2023 general elections. Saraki was in Makurdi with former governor of Kogi State, Idris Wada, former national chairman of the PDP, Kao Baraji, Suleiman Adokwe, and the chairman of council, Saraki for president campaign, Professor Iyewurese Haga. The former Senate president is said to have stated that a political party that cannot organize its affairs has no business leading this country. A party that has organized its affairs is ready to lead the country, and that is the PDP. Governor Ortom, on the other hand, stated that the PDP was on a rescue mission to save Nigeria from the current All Progressives Congress government. Ortom also noted that Saraki was the first from the North Central Zone to declare his interest in running for presidency. And now on a foreign news. Sweden's first ever female Prime Minister, Magdalena Andersson, has dramatically resigned less than 12 hours after being installed over suffering a budget defeat in Parliament and then losing her coalition partner in a two-party minority government. Ms. Andersson said the decision by the Green Party to quit the two-party coalition has forced her to resign, but added that she had told the parliamentary speaker she hoped to be appointed Prime Minister again as the head of a single-party government. The Green Party said it would leave the government after the coalition's budget bill was rejected by the Parliament. Her resignation was a shocking twist in a dramatic and historic day in Swedish politics. Hours earlier, the Swedish Parliament had approved Ms. Andersson as the country's first female leader after she recently became the head of the ruling Social Democratic Party. Her appointment was initially a notable milestone for Sweden amid gender equality, as the country was yet to have a woman in the top political post. The United Nations has called for an end to fighting in Ethiopia, while urging Ethiopian leaders to follow the Andean country's example of peace. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres made the call in Bogota, the Colombian capital. He was visiting Colombia to mark the 5-year anniversary of the peace deal between the government and the mobilized leftist Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia. Guerrillas called for an immediate end to hostilities. War in Ethiopia broke out in November 2020 in the country's Tigray region between Ethiopian federal troops and the Tigray People's Liberation Front. In July, the conflict spread into 2 neighboring regions in the northern Ethiopia, and then fighting in Ethiopia would allow a dialogue to take place between Ethiopians, Guterres said, permitting the country to once again contribute to the stability of the region. And on sports, Manchester City Football Club of Talata have become the winner of a Yari Solidarity Football competition. The City Club, a replica of an English football team of England, have yesterday beat Flamingo Football Club 1-0 at a final in Talata Marafa Stadium. The competition, which was organized by the chairman and team manager of Shatima United FC, Talata Marafa, Sule Coach and Shehu Manshek, respectively, in honor of the former Zamfara State Governor and chairmanship aspirant for the upcoming APC national chairmanship position, Abdulaziz Yari Abubakar, was contested by 10 football teams, according to the organizers. The aim of the competition is to foster unity among players from various football teams and also to intimate the football fans about the candidature of Abdulaziz Yari Abubakar to the position of APC national chairman. The Confederation of African Football, CAF, has launched official match ball ahead of 2022 African Cup of Nations bid for January in Cameroon. The ball, named Togo, was produced by Umbro, made with thick whites and styled with color green. According to the video made available, the football body described Togo as traditional ornate, glory, heritage and unity of Africa. 24 countries, including Nigeria, are among the qualified nations billed to compete for the biennial event in Cameroon. The AFCON is slated to kick off on the 9th of January to 6th of February. Over to Matthias Ayodeji Peters on entertainment news.
On foreign entertainment news, North Korea is reportedly taking extreme measures to punish people who distribute or watch Netflix hit show Squid Game. According to Radio Free Asia, the country has sentenced a man to death for smuggling and selling copies of the South Korean dystopian series in the country. A high schooler has also been sentenced to life imprisonment for buying a drive containing the show. 6 other high schoolers who watched the series also got 5 years of hard labor, while their supervisors, teachers and school administrators have been fired. This all started last week when a high school student secretly bought a USB flash drive containing the South Korean drama Squid Game and watched it with one of his best friends in class, a law enforcement source in North Amyong province told the RFA. The friend told several other students who became interested and they shared the flash drive with them. This will reportedly be the first time the reclusive country is taking such harsh measures on minors under its law penalizing the distribution of films from South Korea, US among others. The dystopian series, directed by Ang Won-hook, took the internet by storm in September after premiering on Netflix to instant acclaim. It follows the story of 456 heavily indebted people competing for 45.6 billion won, $38.3 million of prize money in survivor games. In Africa, the 6th edition of the Beat Award is scheduled to hold on Sunday, November 28, 2021 at 6 p.m. West African time. The event will be a hybrid event this year to ensure the safety of staffs and guests and to make the event as accessible as possible to attendees. Hosted by TV and radio host Victor Wilson, the lyrical stand-up comedian Olu Salako aka Brother Wasiu, also known as SLK, and master of ceremony matchmaker Sako, the night will feature show-stopping performances from the showboy crooner Mehdi, contemporary African sound star Arisong, Mike Abdul, Femi Leye, award-winning band Hits, Larry J and Damola to mention a few. Early World, producer of the Beat Award, have 25 dedicated award categories for this year's main event. This year sees the newly renamed category Don Jazzy New Discovery Producer of the Year winner will bag 1 million naira cash from Don Jazzy himself. An OAP of the Year category also walks away with a landed property for one of the sponsors, Pazino Homes and Gardens. The award night will be held at the Shell Hall, the Monson Center, Onikon, Lagos. The Beat Awards remain African #1's platform designed to honor the creative professionals working behind music production, distribution, and business. And that is entertainment news today. My name is Matthias Ayodeji Peter, reporting for Mlc TV. Back to our cast staff for more stories.
Thank you, Matthias. for the update. And that is today's news package. Do join us tomorrow via the same platform. For event coverage for news, sponsorship and advert placement, call the numbers displayed on your screen or visit any of our social media handles to drop your comment for us. Like our Facebook page, Mlc TV, Instagram, Mlc Tv 2021. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mlc TV. I am Fatima Yakub. Thanks for staying with us.